Lifestyle design is all about intentionally crafting a life that aligns with your values, your goals, and your aspirations. It's about breaking free from the autopilot and taking control of your day-to-day. And for me personally, Notion has been a really essential tool in this lifestyle design process. I started using Notion about 5 years ago, and it's really helped me to really crack down on my goals, to track my habits, and to set up my ideal week. Notion has allowed me to bring real structure to my life and has even allowed me to kind of gamify it and make it more fun. Welcome to Shine with She. I'm your host, Sheila Marie. This podcast is all about being a multi-hyphenate and piecing together a life that you love. I myself am a multi-hyphenate. My current slashes are pharmacist, writer, and content creator. We talk about how to design a lifestyle and a portfolio career that balances all of your passions and goals. And if you're looking to improve your mindset, productivity, and focus, then you are in the right place. And if you haven't guessed it yet, today I'm going to be talking about 5 ways that Notion has helped me to get my life together and how you can use it too. Let's get into it. Okay, so number 1, setting and tracking my goals. One of the biggest struggles that I used to have was being able to write down my goals and organize them in a way that really made sense. I used to write them down in a notebook or in some kind of random note in my phone, and then it would get lost, and then I would kind of feel like, why am I not making any progress? That probably sounds familiar. Notion really made my goal setting process a lot more seamless. I now have a goal setting system that allows me to break my goals into smaller, more manageable milestones. And I am able to track my progress visually with checklists and progress bars. And I think the best part as a multi-hyphenate using Notion that I'm able to see all the different areas in my life in one place and all the goals that pertain to each of those life areas. Before, I used to get really overwhelmed with all the different goals that I had in all my different life areas, but now I have a clear roadmap to actually getting things done. It's just a more structured way to make sure that I'm staying on course for the entire year. Number 2, designing my ideal weekly and daily routines. So lifestyle design is really about how you shape your days and your weeks right now. Notion has really helped me to craft a routine that feels more balanced and intentional. And now that I kind of have this second brain, I find that I'm able to hold myself more accountable for those routines. And here's how I use it. I have a weekly planner where I can organize my tasks into different categories. I've built out my morning and my evening routines so that I can really start and end the day with purpose. And I use reminders and reoccurring tasks in Notion for things that I do regularly, like content creation and writing, just so that I can see it more visually. And since doing this, I definitely feel like my days have gotten a little bit more structured, but it's not rigid. I still have room for flexibility throughout my day. Number 3, keeping track of my habits and my self-care. So we all know that small habits can lead to big changes, but sometimes we tend to forget about those habits when life just gets too busy. Notion has helped me to stay accountable to my self-care and those personal growth goals. I use it to track my daily habits like drinking water, exercising, meditating, reading. I can also track my mood and energy levels, which is awesome because then I can really visually see if there are any patterns forming and I can adjust my routine accordingly. And I also have a self-care list of activities that I can turn to whenever I just need to reset. So having all of this in one place really helps me to stay on top of my well-being. And let's be real, productivity is great and all, but none of it really matters if you're not taking care of yourself. Number 4, organizing my personal and my professional life. A multi-hyphenate, as a wife, as a mom, I have a lot of things to juggle, so Notion really helps me to stay organized. So I have a dashboard where I can quickly take a look at any personal task, business task, or projects that I'm working on. I can manage my content calendar for any blogging or social media that I'm working on for myself or any clients. And I can even track my finances, like my income, my expenses, and any other saving goals that I have. Since setting this up, I don't waste as much time trying to figure out what's going on in my life. Literally everything is centralized in Notion, which is amazing. Number 5, designing and refining my vision board. Lifestyle design starts with clarity, so of course I wanted a space where I can really put down my vision board, where I can refine it, and I can revisit anytime that I want. Notion has really given me that space where I can document and really stay connected to my vision. So I can show you some of the things that I have set up in Notion as well. I have a vision board for all the key themes in my life. I have a bucket list where I can track the experiences that I want to have and any skills that I want to learn. And I also have a journaling space for any kind of mindset and reflection work that I want to do. Whenever I feel lost or overwhelmed, I always go back to this particular space in my Notion. And it reminds me why I'm doing what I'm doing in the first place and helps me to make those intentional choices. So there you have it. Those are the 5 ways that Notion has helped me get my life together and to help with my lifestyle designing. So if you've been wanting to be more intentional with your life and you haven't really found the best way to do that, I highly recommend giving Notion a try. Notion has really been a game changer for my lifestyle design journey, and I think it could be for you too. And guess what? I created an entire lifestyle design Notion pack just for you. Well, also for me too. It's called the Slashy Notion Pack. I have been building this thing for years, and you get to customize it to fit your particular lifestyle and goals. And I also took the time to create a 10 video tutorial to help you learn how to use Notion, especially if you've never used it before. And I'll show you exactly how to use this specific pack of templates. So make sure you go to shinewithshe.com and check it out on my website, or you can check in the links below. That's a wrap for today's episode of Shine with She. If you enjoyed this conversation, be sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment, especially if you've used Notion before and have something to say about it. And don't forget to share this episode with a friend who could use a little more shine in their life and maybe some direction. Bye.